You're watching the 1996 World Cup of Hockey on TSN.
At Garmisch, Germany, they are getting set for a 60-minute showdown. Perhaps maybe more time if need be. The winner moves on to North America. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Czech Republic. Robert Reichel is their #1 center.
Well, they've got to get this second line going. Second line and name only Peter Nedved, Patera, and Jaromir Jagr. Nedved's been holding on to the puck too much. They've got to get it more to Jagr. I wonder about the wisdom of having these two guys play together.
When you take a look at their blue line, are they expecting more offense as well from the likes of Roman Hamrlik?
They're expecting offense from just about everybody, but they would like to get some from the guys on the backside. They're all capable of doing it. Nechkash, Hamrlik, Sikora, guys that play in the National Hockey League and can jump up and into the play.
We talked about the starting goaltender for Germany. The starting goaltender for the Czech Republic is Roman Turek, and he has to play a lot better as well.
He does. He's been a little bit shaky in this tournament, and they really do miss Dominik Hasek.
Okay, on to the German starting lineup. Mark McKay, transplanted Canadian. He starts at center. As we take a look at their blue line, Goldman, Kuntz, they will need a big game as well. That's if they're going to protect their goaltender, because we expect him to see a lot of rubber. Josef Heiss, he is the hometown favorite. He's going to have to play extremely well. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll drop the puck. You're watching the World Cup of Hockey on TSN.
Well, I was told that we were going to go with the best goalie coming out of the 2-week camp, and you know, all three of us played well in camp. I mean, I really can't be upset about the situation that's going on right now, because all three of us deserve to play. And I mean, Pepe, the goalie, is playing tonight. He was the only guy that won a game in the preseason, so I've really got no room to be upset with. I mean, they've got a hockey program here that they need to develop, and they want to use the local guys. And you know, I believe what George is doing is right. Although I'd like to get in the net, but I understand his situation too.
Ludeman will start back. He clears it up ahead. Heck breaking down into the corner, number 29 for Germany. Heck gets it back to Drysdale. Drysdale back to the line. Meyer shooting. Big stop by Turek as he stacked up the pads. On that drive from Meyer, he'll reload. The puck wouldn't sit for him. Gets it up to Drysdale. Drysdale working it around. 22 seconds left in the power play. Looking for a bit of room. They score! Ludeman. Ludeman set up by Drysdale on the power play, and it's 1-0 for the Germans.
Drysdale's been the Germans' top point getter thus far. The Germans have had great motivation in this hockey game, and for good reason. There you saw Ludeman just walking in right down the left of your screen, got that pass and just tapped that puck in. Watch it from this angle. Ludeman's walking in. He's just in a coasting motion. He has those legs apart, and he's just ready to receive that pass. Here he comes at you, folks. As soon as he got that puck, he directed it right into the empty side of the net.
Ludeman gets the goal. Drysdale will pick up 1 assist. It comes on the power play. Steffen picks up the other assist. 2:24, the time of the power play goal. Caberly, long pass across. Jagr up there after it. He's out there with Nedved and Pavel Patera. So this is a new combination for the Czechs. Normally, Polik had been out there playing with Nedved and Jagr. Here's Jagr, twisting around, gets it out to Patera, dropped it back in front of the net, and it's stolen by Daniel Nowak, who clears it down the ice.
That's something the Czechs wanted to do in their offensive game tonight. They wanted to cycle a little bit more. They wanted to utilize some drop passes and be able to create that offense in the offensive zone.
Here comes Jagr up and over the blue line. Nedved is trailing. He leaves it there. Nedved shoots. That's knocked away by Heiss. Here's Sikora. Clearing it back in. Czechs tried to fire it on goal. Big play there by Kuntz as he got in front of it. Germans back in the transition. Ustorf in front. They score! Jürgen Rumrich. And what do you know? It's 2-0 Germany.
Well, who would have thought this, folks? 26. The Germans' counterattack game has been excellent, and here's a perfect opportunity for them. But you've got a question. What was Jurek Kuchera doing? Watch number 14. for the Czechs. He's just loping coming back. Rumrick got that puck, and boy, did he ever end up firing it. Short side, right along the ice. He just beat Turek cleanly from a perfect scoring position.
Off the draw, Yager coming up there after it, sent up around the boards to Usdorf. Usdorf gets it up ahead. Up along the boards, Jan Benda looking for Usdorf. Back to Goldman. He shoots. That's tipped. Rebound in front. They score! Jan Benda has made it 3-0 for Germany.
Czechs are just falling apart out there. They started things off in this period by taking a bad penalty by Peter Nedved, and now defensively,
81.
They've lost it. Down 3-0 this early in a hockey game. Who would have ever thought that?
2 goals within 21 seconds.
Turek had no idea where that puck was. I don't think anybody else on the ice did except Jan Benda. He found himself with an empty net. Turek was still looking for that puck. Look at the angle Turek's at. He was collided with. There you see Nedved right in front of him.
And the Czechs have taken a penalty in the wake of the goal. Peter Nedved back in the box. He took a penalty right off the bat in this hockey game, resulting in a German power play goal. So we are seeing in the first 5 minutes of this game really
the game. I say that just based on talent level, Paul. There's a huge talent difference between these two teams.
Oh, I mean, the Germans outmatched in every game when you look at just the talent pool. Scores! Yeah, like I said, it's 4-0. Thomas Brandl. Man for man, they may be outmatched, but as a team, the Germans are firing on all cylinders. It's 4-0.
Czechs are asleep in their own end. Just defensively, they're not moving around very well, and Turek hasn't made great saves for them either. Thomas Brandl, who was expected, even though he's young, to be a good offensive player, hasn't been able to come up with a point coming into this hockey game. All of a sudden, he got a big one right there. He got a hold of that puck, and he just smacked it.
And that is it for goaltender Roman Turek. The MVP at the World Championship for the Czech Republic. The World Champion Czech Republic. And that's all for Turek in this game. Peter Brisa coming in off the bench.
Well, all eyes today, really, and all the talk was on Olaf Kolzig. And why isn't he playing for the German team? Who would have thought that it would be Roman Turek that would be chased out of his cage very early in a hockey game with 4 goals on him with still almost 8 minutes to play in the first period. Unbelievable.
We were talking during the last commercial break about the the German upset of Canada at the World Championship. They shocked Canada 5-1 in that tournament. But I mean, you hit on an excellent point.
Well, the point being that they weren't faced with the huge talent levels that this Czech team has out there. You take a look at these players, the Robert Reichel and the Peter Nedved and Jaromir Jagr, and keep on going. This is a very talented Czech team. This is just unbelievable.
Here comes Jagr up along the boards, trying to spark a comeback. Jagr takes the pass, shoots. That's stopped by Heiss.
Pepe did his job.
Off the boards, Caberly went after it. He'll catch up with it out center. Nedved working it across. Patera across for Jagr. Pass was just behind him. He lunges at it. And play is whistled down. A penalty. Here's Baranek. Puck really rolling on him. Ricocheted up off the boards. Knocked down. Smacked on goal by Lupzig. Rebound in front. Big stop. Lupzig, another shot. That almost went in. Brisa got a piece of it. May have had some help from the post. Lupzig battered that one on goal from point-blank range. Michael Sikora sends it up around the boards. Polik, cross ice for Baranek. He'll snap it down into the corner. 37 seconds to go in the opening period. Here's Goldman. Germany leading this game 4-0. Leipzig picks it up. Finds himself surrounded there by Czechs. Holik up towards the blue line, nowhere to go. He just dumps it in.
There's not a hockey mind in the world that would have given you a plug nickel on a bet that Germany would be up 4-0 against this Czech team after the first period of play.
Benda with a long shot that's knocked away by Bryza. Not many would have taken that bet, but that is exactly the situation. The first period comes to a close. The Germans scoring 4 goals. The first one 2 minutes and 24 seconds in, and they lead it by a score of 4-0 after 1. McKay up back and then had to hook up with it. Looking for Doucette, gets it to him. Hagen is parked out front. Doucette gets it to Hagen. Puck chopped up, Doucette loose in front, waiting, shooting, scores! Benoit Doucette on the power play, and it's 5-0 Germany.
Hey, when you've got a 4-0 lead, well, forget about a defensive power play. Might as well add one more goal in this hockey game. Peter Bryza got caught making his move a little too soon. Benoit Doucette just made a huge move on Peter Bryza, just making a great play right here. Watch, it's down to 1. Peter Bryza and Benoit Doucette. Doucette was able to use the backhand and put it neatly right up into the corner. You could see that Dieter Hagen was there to congratulate.
Doucette on the power play, and it's 5-0 in favor of the Germans. And Germany looking good to move on to the next round over in North America. And the Czechs, canceled Czechs.
Well, the Germans would really have to fall apart, totally fall apart in the third period in order not to win this hockey game, and that's rather doubtful. Interesting on Benoit Doucette's play. He just made a fantastic move. I talked earlier about the fact that George Kingston motivated his hockey club this morning by offering them that great...
The tournament really starting to pick up steam and momentum. Offsetting penalties coming out of all of that, so the team's at even strength. Playing it 4-on-4. A little bit of extra room for Jágr. In front, one-handed, almost got it in. Heiss makes the stop and holds on to it. Usdorf was really battling Jágr.
And there's a penalty coming up on the Germans for exactly that. Obstruction called on number 12, Mirko Ludeman. Well, he was hanging on to Jaromir Jágr. There you see he was doing his best to hitchhike and try to stop Jágr, and that's a tough task in itself. You could see Jágr maintained his balance and still with one hand got off the shot.
Yeah, pardon me, I initially thought that was Usdorf who was checking him. It was Ludeman who draws the penalty. Usdorf was lunging back into the play, trying to help goaltender Josef Heiss smother a rebound. 33 seconds remaining here in this second period.
Jágr setting things up with Patera. He knows that there's time out there, 4-on-3 right now, lots of open ice. Watch Jaromir Jágr.
And a big chance to get just a tiny bit of momentum for the Czechs before they head off to the dressing room and this period ends. Trailing 5-0 against Germany and facing elimination from the tournament. Here's Cadillac back at the line, works it across. Cadillac, top of the point, up to Jágr. 14 seconds left in the period. Cadillac shoots. That was knocked away by Heiss. Not much on that shot. And the puck just bounced down the ice.
That'll do it.
That will do it for period number 2. And when the third period gets underway, the Czechs will be on the power play. They will have a 4-on-3 man advantage for the first minute and 17 seconds. 5-0 Germany through 2.
72 Summit Series, the crowning achievement in our nation's hockey history. Team Canada arguably featured the greatest group of players ever assembled. Phil Esposito, Guy Lafleur, Bobby Hull, and yes, even Bobby Orr, bad knees and all. Canada reached the best 2 out of 3 final against Czechoslovakia. The first game was a 6-1 blowout for Canada, but the second game was one for the books at the Montreal Forum, with the game tied at 4 in overtime. Daryl Sittler stormed down the left wing and made his legendary move to end the game and give Canada the win in the inaugural Canada Cup.
He said, what you do is you hesitate, just hesitate, skate wide and slide it in. You'll have the whole net. So he's going down just like I had drawn it. He fakes the thing. Grzilla comes sliding out. He walks in and slides it in. I was more surprised than anybody.
5 years later, in 1981, the second tournament unraveled. Canada had an unblemished record in round-robin action, but that meant nothing in the one-game final as the Soviets dominated in what was a resounding victory.
Over the line. Here's a backhand shot. They score as Bulikov got in on the backhand and picked the far side, and it's 7-1.
This marked the first and last time anyone without a maple leaf would accept the Canada Cup.
Zanelli after that puck. Zanelli ducks the check. Back on the blue line. Here's another shot.
The semi-final win over the Soviets was the pinnacle of the tournament for Canada as they went on to sweep Sweden in the final.
We learned our lesson in '81. It doesn't matter how well you play throughout the end of the tournament. It's the end what counts, and the end is that we won the Canada Cup and we got it back to Canada.
In the '87 Cup, Canada once again met its arch rival, the Soviets, in the final. Facing a must-win situation in Game 2, Canada's prayers were answered by Mario Lemieux, a second 6-5 score in overtime, but the best was yet to come.
Lemieux poking at the center. Lemieux ahead to Gretzky. Has Murphy with him on a 2-on-1 to Lemieux. And a goal. He shoots. He scores!
4 years later, Gretzky was forced to watch the final due to injury, and the young guns like Lindros stepped up to fill the void. Bill Ranford was sensational, leading all goaltenders with his superb net minding. Game 2 of the final was in Hamilton, and Canada proved too much for the Americans.
Larber picks it up. Steve Larber's got a breakaway. Larber going in. He shoots. He scores!
1:38 to go on the power play for Germany. Germany leading 5-0 against the Czech Republic.
You better keep saying that, Paul, because I think there's a lot of people that don't believe you out there right now.
Believe it. Draisaitl up along the boards. Back to Height. Shoots. That's kicked away. Rebound in front. Knocked out by Hammerlich. 1:13 to go on the German power play. Doucette breaking towards the front of the net. Hammerlich got there first. Up around the boards. McKay couldn't pick it up. He was thumped there by Nedved, too. This is Nowak. 55 seconds left in the German power play. Here comes Hagen. Shoots. Hagen just lofting a wrist shot in there. Breeze is stopping that one. This is Doucette. Hagen on the way. Has McKay up on the right side. Delayed penalty coming up. Goldman. Fire that one in low and wide. Germans will have a two-man advantage for 31 seconds. And it's Peter Nedved heading to the box for the third time in this game.
Well, Peter Nedved, right from the very first shift of tonight's hockey game, has just had a very frustrating evening. He's taken out 3 minor penalties and not been able to accomplish anything offensively out on the ice. The shots on net after the first period of play were 15-12 in favor of the Germans. In the second period, it was 11-9 in favor of the Czechs.
16:57 to go in the third period. George Kingston and the German national team that close to pulling off a major upset here in the European pool of the World Cup of Hockey. And that upset would be twofold. The win, an upset standing on its own, but it would also eliminate the Czech Republic from the tournament. And not many expected that, if anyone, heading into this thing. Here's Height, cranks it up there, that's stopped and held by Bryza.
Brandel went for a little spin.
8 seconds left in the two-man advantage for Germany. And then they will have a one-man advantage for 1:29.
So much talk about Olaf Kolzig not playing coming into this game. There you see that shot from the point, and Peter Bryza having some difficulty seeing it, but he is able to make that stop. But Kolzig, no doubt, will be back in the net when the German team, if they continue to hold the Czechs off, head to Montreal for the game Thursday night.
Here's Height, has Brandel over to his right, gets it to him. Brandel shoots, they score! Benda! 6-0 Germany.
You can see how lackadaisical the Czechs continue to be defensively. There's just no way that Benda should have been left there with his stick in that position. Just a perfect pass here by Brandel, who's already had a goal tonight. He just laid that puck right across the crease, seeing that Benda was standing there with his stick on the ice, ready to take the pass. Good heads-up play by Brandel. Nice tip-in by Benda. Bad defense by the Czechs.
Heck up there after it, trying to tuck it in front. It's grabbed and held by Peter Bryza.
For the Czechs. It's been all heart.
Well, one of the NHL players hasn't seen a shift. He's the backup goaltender, Olaf Kolzig. His Washington teammate, Stefan Uzdorf, the other. Uzdorf out there over in the corner watching Jágr on this penalty kill. Puck at the side for Nedved. Comes out, Cadillac shooting. That stop. Rebound. They scramble after it. Jágr shoots. He scores. Jaromir Jágr with a power play goal. And it's 6-1. Germany with a comfortable lead, but no shutout for Josef Heiss.
Well, finally, Jaromir Jágr gets that goal. You could see Patera really taking the abuse. He ends up getting that puck back to Jágr, who goes to his backhand, finally finds the room behind Pepe Heiss, and the Czechs get on the scoreboard. The Germans, under coach George Kingston, will be talking about team defense and composure right now and staying out of the penalty box. 10 minutes to go in this third period of play.
That is the first goal for the Czechs in this tournament since the third period of the first game. Jágr. Jágr trying to charge through. Back for Nedved. Cadillac with a shot. Brandel lost the puck. Jágr gets it up ahead for Nedved. Nedved dropping it off. Patera cuts in. Centered it in front for Nedved. That's broken up. Long shot from Leipzig. Scores! Go figure. Andreas Leipzig makes it 7-1.
21, and I don't know who from.
Just a long shot. Watch it from here, folks. Leipzig just lets go. Now watch the puck. It goes right off the Czech defenseman's stick and then ends up hitting Bryza and surprising him. As if Bryza never saw that puck. Look at how far out it was when that shot was taken by Leipzig. With just a huge win here.
Here's Baranek. Fan on that. 25 seconds left. And the puck pops into the German bench. We get a stoppage. 23 seconds to go in the game. And Germany will advance on to the next round in the inaugural World Cup of Hockey. Too bad they can't bring a bunch of these fans with them.
Oh, you bet they will be coming with them, Paul. You know the streets in Montreal will have a lot of German hockey fans, and if there are any seats available on any flights going to Montreal in the next couple of days, you can bet there will be people from this game tonight.
Well, they traditionally at the World Hockey Championship, along with the Swedes, they kind of give one another a run for the loudest, most enthusiastic fans. So we'll see whether that transplants itself to North America or not. "15 seconds to go.
Maybe one of the biggest nights in German hockey history.
The Germans shock the Czech Republic, crushing them 7-1 to advance on to the next round in the World Cup. Amazing.